Hello and welcome back to my channel. This channel is for you if you are looking for fashion inspiration for everyday dressing, if you are looking for more, casual or even chic like outfits, but something that's not overly curated. Every winter I see a lot of talk about coats. Obviously, all of the fashion girlies are talking about, what styles are in trend, etc. But I think one of the most important things, it's always going to be the quality of the coats. And obviously you want to buy something that's made of wool or, cashmere or any other natural fibers. But unfortunately on the market, there are so many brands and so many expensive items that are made out of polyester, and unfortunately sometimes even recycled polyester. So we definitely have to keep our eyes opened and be careful where we spend our money, because when you buy a coat, you want it to be an investment for a little while. You don't want to buy a new coat every season. Especially because coats are so expensive, but also like let's think about environment. If you have been following me for a while, then you know that I get cold very easily, but I'm definitely not a person who's going to wear Ugg boots, puffer coats, etc. I will suffer if needed, just to look elegant and nice. But also, I am on a quest of looking for items that are going to keep me warm, but are going to be stylish at the same time. There are only two types of coats that I usually wear in the winter. We are talking about just regular wool or cashmere coats, tailored ones, and fur coats. I could add a shearling coat now and then, or penny lane coat. Before we dive into styling and how you can wear certain types of coats, I want to go through things that you should be like looking out for when buying a coat. Number one thing is obviously going to be material. I would say like you want your coat to be at least 80% or 90% made of wool or cashmere. If it says 60% wool, 40% polyester, run, because that's never going to keep you warm. Acrylic is plastic as well, so stay away. The only thing that I accept is wool or cashmere. Now, some polyester could be useful in a fabric. That's something that is definitely a whole different topic. But do not panic if you see like 5 or 10% polyester. Sometimes it's actually useful and it's going to help your clothes wrinkle less. Now, next thing that I want to talk about is you definitely want to touch the coat. You want to feel the material and you want to see if it looks like something that could, peel a lot. And obviously you are going to look at the shape and the structure. If it's a tailored coat, you definitely want the tailoring to be done properly. You want it to have a nice shape. Even if you are going to wear a sweater underneath, it still has to look good. With that being said, again, I have a list for you. This is just a very short list that I'm going to publish in the video, and then under the video there is a link where you can see a wider selection, because I just didn't want to make the video too long. That's why everything is in the link below, but for now I just want to go through like a couple of things because I do have some things to say. The first coat that we have is Gaia, and it's from Frankie Shop. This is one of the rare coats from Frankie Shop that I have seen that it has like decent composition. It's 80% wool and only 20% polyamide, which I think it's not bad. I used to like a lot of coats from Frankie Shop like last season, but then when I would check, the composition label, I was just so disappointed because there is no way that I'm going to give 400 or 500 euros for a coat that is made out of 30% polyester. Now, this one is really nice. I love black coats. I love long black coats. I think it looks so nice and mysterious, and you can style it in many different ways. Okay, then. Next, this one, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right because the brand is actually based in Amsterdam. So obviously it's Dutch, but it's called Rohe, Row, I don't know. And it's an oversized coat, 100% mod acrylic. Now, that's definitely something that's not natural, but it looks nice and it looks like something that would keep you warm. What I like about this coat is that it has a really nice color and a really nice shine to it. I love the buttons, they are just so minimalistic and so good. And I think this coat is very classic. You can wear it for many, many years. It is definitely an investment. On my Teresa, it says that the coat is 750 euros, which is quite a lot. I would maybe buy it and it might be like an, instant purchase if I find it somewhere on sale and it goes down like 60 or 70%, but I wouldn't buy it for a full price because I wouldn't be sure about the material. We have a nice black coat from Massimo Dutti. So for Massimo Dutti, it's a no-brainer because they are not very expensive and you kind of know the quality that you are going to get. It's not going to be amazing, but it's going to at least last more than just one season. This one is 350 euros and it's 100% wool, which is definitely a good sign. I just love how simple it is and I love the length. I really, really love super long coats recently. I love how, bulky the shoulders are. I think it looks really fashionable when you just wear it with simple jeans and boots or even overskirts. Then on the other hand, we have one more coat from Massimo Dutti. The price is not stated, so obviously they don't have it in stock yet, but it is coming soon. This one is much more relaxed and it's brown, so this is something that you can wear over your, jeans or any other more casual outfits. I think it also gives you much more space for layering underneath. So if you are a person who loves to have, a shirt and then a sweater or a shirt and then a cardigan and your scarves and everything, this is the coat that can go with all of that. Okay, then we have one coat from COS that I really, really love. And even though I have been only buying long coats recently, I actually like this short one a lot. Actually, I have been more into short coats from this season, but I'm definitely not into like mid-length. So it's either short or super long. Coat doesn't really have great composition. It's only 59% wool and it's 19% cotton and then some other materials. For this price point of 300 euros, I think it's quite a lot for something that's probably not going to keep you super warm. That's why even though I love the coat, I would put it somewhere in my mind on standby and then I would buy it when it goes on sale. And then we are going into second category and that is fur coats. Now, fur coats have been my passion. I have been wearing them for a long, long time, and I remember. Oh, I do have to mention that all of my fur coats are definitely vintage. I would never ever buy a new one. I definitely do not support any cruelty towards animals. When you think about all of the factors, when it comes to, comparing polyester coats or real fur coats, polyester coats are definitely the worst because they are polluting our environment and they are just destroying and killing us. And when it comes to fur coats, I definitely stand by. I would never ever buy any new fur. Only, very old vintage models that have been around for like maybe 50 or 100 years. A couple of fur coats in vintage shops in London. There is quite a lot of them around Brick Lane, and you can definitely have a look over there. Else, you can find them on Vinted or Vestiaire, and I would definitely recommend buying from, somebody's grandma. Because those coats are definitely in a very good condition and they have been produced many, many years ago. And that way you are not supporting the industry, which is actually being cruel towards animals. Fur coats are just so much warmer. They are definitely going to keep you warm even if you go to the mountains. They are so easy to style. The only downside is, especially if you buy vintage like I do, they tend to shed a lot. So you will definitely have to use a roller every day to roll all of your clothes. And sometimes the fur can get all over the car. That is definitely the downside, but it's still not stopping me from wearing them because I need them to keep warm. For my TikTok and my Instagram, if you want to see more of how I style the coats and where I buy them. And when it comes to new coats, I'm going to leave a link below for Shop My, where you can see all of the styles that I have selected for you. Let me know what you guys think. I hope this video was useful for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!